Hello and welcome to another exciting time on the program Morning Delight, reaching you from NTA Benin. My name is John Ime. I warmly welcome you to another beautiful week on the show, filled with fun and entertainment. I'm not here alone. I'm here with my co-host, Praise Odio. Praise, it's another wonderful day.
Yes,
How are
is.
you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good morning to our viewers back home. We are delighted to have you join us this morning on Morning Delight program, live in the studio. I will be serving you hot gist and feeding you breakfast, not from the kitchen, but from the studio. So sit back and stay with us.
All right, we have all our usual lineup on the show. We have inspirational words from Words of Wisdom. We have all the usual bits. We have entertainment news. We have Artville. Yes, we have something special for you on Artville. We also have weekly highlights.
Yes, we have weekly highlights and we also have spot reel from the week.
So make sure you stay with us and we'll promise to give you the best of entertainment and fun today. But before we kickstart the show, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. All right, let's kickstart the show now with our first teaser, which is Words of Wisdom. Let's see some inspirational quotes that will keep up going this morning. Let's see Words of Wisdom. That's Words of Wisdom there. I hope you learned one or two quotes there to keep you going this morning. We are launching our next segment on the show, which is our guest segment. And we have a wonderful guest on the show. His name is Mr. Richard Ikeke. He's an educationist. But before we meet him, let's see his picture frame. All right, that's our first guest today, Mr. Richard Ikeke. Thank you very much for coming on Morning Delight.
Thank you too, sir.
Thank you for coming. We welcome you, sir.
We are talking about parenting, education and parenting in Nigeria. But before we start asking you our questions for today, we have a background report to play. So let's see that background report on parenting in Nigeria.
Parenting is a vital aspect of family life, a process of promoting and supporting the all-round growth of a child to adulthood, which varies from one family to the other. Some parents have this to say.
In family law, parenting and childbearing, child rearing is the basis of the society. A family starts with parents and the offsprings, followed by the larger society of many parents and their children. When the children are born, they see their parents as the models of life. They see them as examples. There may be bigger, richer parents elsewhere else. The children don't see those ones because day and night they see their parents. When they are very young, they see more of their mothers because the parent, the man, the father will go out to look for a job. The mother will take care of the children. That is why there's an English word, housewife. A wife is supposed to be at home. There's no English word like house husband. So, wife is the mother looking after the children. So all her actions, words, and deeds, they may be symbolic for the children to imitate. There used to be a parable, spare the rod and spoil the child. Meaning that if the children are making mistakes, they should be corrected and brought up in righteous way.
Creating and strengthening family connections and relationships. We must build trust, love, and a sense of belonging among the family members.
The parents should really love their children. If there is love between the parents and the children, you discover that they be highly united. Especially when a child sees that the parents loved him or her. In short, they will appreciate it and they will not like to go away from them. You discover that these days parents, they allow the children to go out the way they like. They don't even check them. They don't care for them. They don't feed them. You see some children all the time, they just wake up, even without people relating with their parents, moving out of the house without the consent of the parents. But if there is bond, the parents love the children.
Bonding is a kind of togetherness between children and parents, which ought to be, because when parents and children bond, it creates that conducive atmosphere where the children can grow in a way that they will have that sense of parenting, and that will make them responsible in life. It's also important that they bond together, because if they don't bond together, that responsibility from children being obedient to their parents won't be there. So that relationship of bonding is very important between children and parents.
As a father, if you want to build trust, fulfill your promises to them. Don't tell them lies, and let them reciprocate by being upright, to say the truth and do nothing but something good for the family. Parents should ensure that they say the truth and carry out their duties, and therefore the child will believe his or her parents, because the father says something and does exactly the same thing, unlike saying one thing and doing another.
Let us promote and approach positive, healthy child development, strong family bonds, and brighter future for generations to come. Man or woman, parenting is a vital aspect of the family life.
Child parenting in Nigeria. Sir, you're welcome again to Morning Delight.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You've seen that background report on child parenting. My first question is, what are the common challenges faced by parents in Nigeria as regards child parenting?
First and foremost, I want to look at what parenting is. Parenting is the act of bringing up your child, training up your child, giving the child the right education to become a good adult, an adult that is self-reliant. So when we talk of parenting, the problems of parenting, in our setup, we have numerous problems, like problems of the home. Everything starts from the home. How the parents have been guiding the child, how you have been watching your child, giving the child quality time, making sure that you regularly check what the child is doing, whether by education, whether the child is up to date in educational work, whether the child is going the right way when the child is outside the house, the kind of friendship the child makes. Because you tell somebody, but the friendship you make, like birds of the same feather flock together. From the kind of friendship a child makes, you can detect what the child is going after. A child going after gangsterism, going after those who just surf the social media day and night, perhaps not for educational, informative materials, but for materials that are not meant for children. You discover that that child will go astray. For a child to constantly be on the line of how the parents have brought up that child, the child must be monitored. And you must also give the necessary support by provision of well-beings, by provision of housing, shelter, provision of food, clothing. These are basic necessities.
Shelter, food, clothing. That brings me to my second question. What is the role of economic factor in shaping and building a child?
The role of the economic factors is very enormous. In short, it goes a long way to define how your child grows. You may have even brought your child up well, taking care of your child by feeding the child well, giving the child the necessary skills and education to be self-reliant, to be productive, responsive to society. But when, for example, as the case is now, where you have the standard of living very low, national income poor, and so parents are even jobless. So where poverty is, know that there is trouble. A child that may have already been brought up well may let loose. Imagine a child that you are put in secondary school, from primary to secondary school. Now the child is in university. You are telling the child to withdraw, all because they've stopped you from work. You don't have the finance again. Then the child will stay at home. Doing what? Before you know it, bad company, they say, corrupts good character. That good character you imbibed in the child, you inculcated, may just disappear overnight, just fizzle away. So, for a human being to be consistent with the character that has been built in that person, you find that finance plays a long role. Pretend about it or be factual about it. You may be factual, but things may not still be falling in for you. But if you continue to struggle, you can get it right. But let's look at a situation where everybody has given up, like the situation of Nigeria today. You cannot say Nigeria is a working system. You have broken down things everywhere. Is it roads? Is it the institutions? Is it do we have farms again? So sometimes you will wonder how our children see food to eat, because there are no thriving farms.
My second question talks about economic factor, and you are listing the bad side of economic factor. I want to say, what about the good side
Yes.
of economic factor?
Good.
Like when a parent is able to provide all for the child,
Yes.
don't you think the child will be better? Or some can even be over pampered
No.
and go into vices too.
Good.
Yeah,
Over pampering
yeah.
has to do with the upbringing of the child. But no, mark you, most successful parents are parents that are serious. Most of them. Because if you are not serious, you cannot be successful. So those parents already are models to their children.
Yeah.
Of course, some people, they have wealth and they overuse their wealth on their children. They over pamper them.
Exactly.
It therefore means that as a parent, you must know from the onset that the reward you give to your child is not because the child is wayward, but because the child is doing the right thing. If a child does the right thing and you encourage the child, not by spanking the child, smacking the child on the buttock, maybe you give the child just a small sweet, even without material things, you tell the child, oh, that's great of you, that's good, maybe just a thumb up for that child. That will encourage the child in the right direction.
Okay, sir. So still talking about child development and parenting now.
Yes.
How do you think parents can balance, traditional training and modern training? Because we can't train a child the way it's been done in the 90s. How can they balance it now, sir?
Yes, you discover that we can't, like you have rightly said, we can't train a child the way it was done in the 90s.
Exactly.
However, we have not completely lost our values. The values are still there. For example, I remember when as children, you are not supposed to be talking while you are eating with your parents. There is what we call meal etiquette on table. You are not supposed to eat after eating. You just turn your back and leave without clearing the table. Who will do the dishes? Your parents? No. You are not supposed to be talking back at your parents. Even while you are eating with your parents, you are not supposed to even take meat when your parents have not taken or given to you.
Yeah.
We know that those things today may look to the children
Old school.
today, they look at it as old school, even bit childish. What's all this? But then they were core values in our tradition, in our system. Then you discover that if you completely erode them, you completely eliminate them, you are calling for doom. So good parenting still has these ideas in it. Why? Because you today you cannot be smacking your child like that for no reason. You have to do it with love. Then of course, while talking to your child, you have to do it with love, knowing that if you are always challenging the child may grow up to resent you. And also, you are giving the child opportunity to go outside there. He doesn't know what is outside there. You don't know what he will bring back when he goes outside there. The kind of group he will join, whether gangsters or the rest. Then we come and discuss. Even today we talk about the Jay-Z, the new generation youth, that to the greatest surprise of everybody sent away a president in is it no matter Gaskabi? Just youth protesting, youth unrest. Why this unrest? Because what their yearnings, their desires have not been satisfied. And if, for example, the government let us say, starting from the home, these children were catered for, they had these necessary skills or education, and after their skills and education acquired, they also have places of work. Hands that are engaged working, they will not be hands carrying sticks, maybe even guns, sending governments away. They will be engaged working and taking off. Later in the day, I'm going out to the theater with my friends. Later in the day, I'm going to the library with my friends to do some assignment, homework. But these are not the youth. You train them, you make them go to schools. They are not engaged. want them to be doing? At the end of the day, they go out in the street and send away a whole president.
I think I'll come here. Sorry to cut you short. Okay. And now the world is evolving, as we know, and we have technology.
Yeah.
How can parents use technology as a factor to train their children in our society today?
Of course, anything in society has its pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. If you are buying phone for your child, know that without this phone today, no civilized man can survive, can succeed.
Yes.
There is no gain saying the truth. Let your child know from the onset that that phone is for his education. It's our education, for his or our growing up well, his or our well-being. Then you help the child to look for sites, educational, informative sites to key into. Not social media sites where he can stumble on wrong materials. We know that TikTok, people are praising TikTok, good. So people are making money from TikTok. Even Instagram, Facebook, these are all thriving social media. But we also know that some of them harbor or hide wrong information. So as a parent, you should know that technology is good. Tap into the right side, the good side of technology by guiding your child. Not even by taking the child's phone and throwing it away, hiding it. That you are not doing the child any good, because the child can go out there on his or her own to even get the phone. And you may even be the one luring the child to stealing. The child might be picking your money. At the end, use that money to go and buy a phone you don't want to give to the child. Instead, bring the child closer with love,
all right,
with compassion, share quality time with the child, and teach the child.
Let's look at
things.
other effective parenting techniques now. You mentioned technology, social media and all. What other effective parenting techniques can be used for parenting?
Another technique, like I was talking about quality time now. You see, all of us, every human being, from what I've discovered, has one talent or the other. Because anything you are good in, you can key into that thing, develop that thing, and it becomes a talent to you. One way of good parenting is trying to know the interest of your child and okay that interest. Encourage the child to discover him or her self. And you can only do this by getting closer to the child. We know that you go to work, good. We know that without finance in the house, you cannot succeed. But who are you going to work for? Who are you looking for money for? Is it not that child, that same child? Then if you are looking for all the money and at the end of the day the child is wayward, or there is no success from the child, what were you working for? What were you hustling for? So in that case, you have to go close to your child in good parenting to look at the interest of the child and help the child to develop his or her talent. We also know that today, so people don't only put their child in a formal educational system or our educational institution, but they also make sure that they learn some skills. You find a lot. I'm a teacher. I have many students as they are coming to school. You hear after school or during the holiday, they are in tailoring. They are learning. They are in one computer center. They are doing hair braiding, bead
learning
making.
an extra skill.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can also, the government can help to make sure we have farms. You cannot read that. You read agric. You did not want to go to farm. What are you doing with the agric? You don't know agric. Is paper agric? Is it paper that we cultivate yam for us? Is it paper that we cultivate maize for us? The government should have farms where these agriculturists, those who read agric, should practice. Anything we are doing, if for example it is science, we should have laboratories where students can carry out experiments and make the society boom. The multiplier effect of creating a girl or a boy that is talented is enormous. Just now, when you wanted to start this program, you showed Steve Jobs. We all know Steve Jobs. It's late now. Just imagine if Steve Jobs did not work hard to set up the Apple computer. You know, it was in hardware. And look at what he did, all his innovations. MP3, iPhone, whatever. They would have. Is it that the black man does not have the brain to do this? We can do them. But how has the government been supported? We are talking of parenting in family side, parenting at home. But what of parenting outside? The government should also be parents. Because parents are actually working hard. Imagine you work hard to pay school fees, work hard to buy books, work hard to pay for boarding in some occasions. Your child will come out, no payment for that child. Not only that, the standard of living very poor.
Okay, so to this very last one now, let's talk about children with disabilities and chronic illnesses.
Yes.
How can good parenting be offered to them? Because we see that in societies they are not given the adequate care as those that are very vibrant.
Yes.
So how can we balance this thing in our society?
It's unfortunate that they are not giving adequate care. It also boils down to the extent of the diversification in our system, social system, where we minus some people. Some people are not inclusive, they are not existing. If, for example, we are living in a well-organized system, we know that disability does not remove ability. There is ability in disability. Some children, they have, like you said, chronic ailments like autism, Down's syndrome, somehow paralysis. And these are situations that even the parents, when they see their own children, they are scared of the children. You see the child, imagine a child having a Down syndrome. You see how the child will be shaking the head, moving all the time. You, the parent, you are scared. Some having convulsion. If our health system and our social system is well organized, these people, they cannot be left out of the society. Like I said, there is ability in disability. Even in Benin City, there are individuals who are interested in such a person. I know one not too far from here those days, Project Charlie Love.
Yeah. Okay. Yes,
where you teach dumb and deaf. You can imagine the wonders of teaching a dumb and deaf person. I have a dumb and deaf couple that I know myself. They are not far from here. Man and woman married, taking care of their children comfortably. The dumb and deaf husband is a teacher. They are living fine. You get, and they attended that school, Project Charlie Love schools. You have blind people. Blind people, they are, if you see that some of them are more productive than some of us that have eyes. Some of us have eyes, but we are blind. Then you see the blind man giving employment. Now in the music industry.
I even talk about IFLA.
Good.
Yes. So thank you very much, Mr. If we leave you, we'll go on and on. Thank you, Mr. Richard Ikeke,
thank you very much,
coming
sir.
on Morning Delight. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. That was our educationist, Mr. Richard Ikeke. We're going to take a short break now. When we come back, we have our second guest to show you. Let's take a short break.
Now, having our second guest, we are featuring a comedian, Goodluck Uwigbe, aka Oflex. Before we meet him, let's take a look at his picture frame. Mr. Goodluck, we are delighted to have you here this morning. Welcome,
highly
sir.
welcome to Morning Delight.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
I'm
very
happy
much,
to
sir.
be here. It's a thing of joy for me to sit in front of you and my audience. Thank you.
All right, my first question. What inspires your comedy?
It's the way of life.
Okay.
The way of life, my culture, and my the things around me. You know, when I begin to see people around me telling me, saying things that things like this, like you are so funny. I begin to like me funny. I say, yes, you are funny. No. Anytime I stay in front of mirror, I begin to look myself and say, you know, get sense. You know, those things, those things around me are motivation that inspired me to go into comedy. Basically, I can say people around me.
People around
They
you.
inspired me. So there's a day I received a call from my brother in the UK and said, there are society things I'm seeing around, you see on social media, and I begin to tell myself, the only person that can do this to my family is Ole Morocco of Les Osamoye. So that's it.
How did you come about that nickname?
EX, like I said earlier, is everything about me happened. What inspired me is something cultural and my traditional way of life. So I have a mother. My mother is a very woman with a value, with a moral. So with the ways I was doing I was growing up, she always looked at my character like, you are behaving as if you are Ole Morocco. I was like, what is Ole Morocco? But I don't actually know what is Ole Morocco. And when I grew up, I focus on it. Why is my mom always scolding me with, you are behaving as if, who say Morocco? Who will say Morocco? So with that stuff, I just stick to it. Although I don't engage myself on it, but I put it as a ways of, reaching out to people on, don't behave this manner. If you behave like this, people will always see you like you're not okay.
Okay, so in your comedy films, do you have a unique style? And what made you choose that niche?
Okay. Because my content always has to do with morals, like a son who is staying with his own mom. And I try to bury this Jay-Z generation and other generation. When you're staying with your mom, you must listen to your mother, no matter how rugged or dogged or you stubborn you are. When your parents are talking to you, you don't talk back at them. So when you watch my comedy, you see I don't talk back at my mom. I just look my mom will just be talking. Because I'm with you, you are this, you've done this. You know, our mother will make us feel like we are not perfect in anything. Even if we were perfect, our mama, they no go agree. And our mama now go tell us, say, if they beat you for outside, my mama will beat me. You say, people beat you for outside and you still get mad, you come and they cry. And tomorrow, I beat person for outside, I come out. My mom still beat me, say, hide me. Why you go they fight for outside? So you see you can see how our then mom, our now mom, the difference between them. So that is how I emulate, I copy that character. So when you watch my content, you begin to see like, you notice I don't talk back at my mother. So a lot of persons will refer me to their children. When I read comment, they say, what I like about this guy, what I like about this young man, he will never talk back at his mom. So yeah, there's a woman that wrote me something that said, I always refer to my children. My child said, go check this boy. Even if mama they talk today, they talk.
So there's the kind of message you are
that's
passing to other people out there.
Yes.
Not
My
to
silent
talk back to your
parents,
whether mom or dad.
Or your dad, always obey. So that is where I take that unique character. So that's my strength. People keep saying, I like the way you dey silent to your mama they talk. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. As a comedian, how do you think we can use comedy to address social issues?
Very well.
Can you throw more light on that?
Yes, because I believe comedy has come to stay. Comedy has been a medicine to the sick people, the sick society. You know, these days a lot of person they can easily connect. They easily connect to comic. Sometimes you are angry, you can't throw away your face from funny things. So maybe, for instance, somebody who is so brutal, who want to do some hate things in the society, like violent person. If you just go on now, say, hey, sorry for the word. If you waiting no suppose to, maybe the moment he throw his eyes to the to comedy of social media, something will just make him smile. You understand? Something will make him smile. He might change his mind. So I know how comedy can really help, help the society economically. A lot of persons are smiling and they are not. They are smiling. According to what Alfela said it, my people they jolly. They know they jolly. The suffering are smiling. So suffering are smiling. So I dishing out this content in my dishing out this content in my own little ways, like bring out content that can, redefine your current situation, that can interfere in your current situation. People are not really okay, but trust me today, comedy has made them to be a patient. As in, they begin to see patient as the normal thing that come their way. Like somebody will not tell you, anytime when I just watch your content, I will forget to chop. If I hear the verse, your content will all make me day happy. I see your content, I see your comedy sometimes. It will remind me how my papa they train us, how my mama they train us. So that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk about hardship. Could you communicate hardship to the society in comedy?
Very well.
Can you do that to our viewers back home?
Chai! I look for Brother Osamui.
I'm not going.
Brother Osamui.
Hey! Samuji! Samuji, ona kwa mudia wako abino nona die la kona we Samuji na mo code Samuji. Samuji ona kwa dia kana we abi na la kwa Samuji. Abino nona die la kona mo code Samuji na wo na mo code. Wo abino aje Samuji. Samuji dije mu egbe. Samuji. Samuji no mi o ma lewe gbuwe. Ogwe va ke Samuji. Samuji dije mu egbe. Una wa abino. Una die abino la kona we. Una mo kone wa binu aje Samuji.
Ebono.
Ebono. Ya gboru ebile. Ya kwa gboru Samuji. Ya gboru e. Agwa to agbe Samuji, ya gboru Samuji. Ya gboru oru agbe Samuji.
Young man, what did he say is your problem?
This man!
Hey! Okay. No problem.
The blood of Jesus.
So what are the challenges you face in comedy, the industry? What are the challenges you face, What are the few challenges that you must have come across as a comedian?
First of all, distribution. Distribution. Two, there is not enough governmental support, and environmental support as well. When I mean environmental support, creating content from this side of the world Benin, Edo State for me, I can speak for my place. It's not easy because too many challenge. Tomorrow you hear, say, the town is not safe for you. Stay indoors. Sometimes you want to go out to meet, to create, to make some new people who will actually help your content. They tell you, no, I can't see you now because the place is not safe for me. So basically, financial support is something that we are not getting. You know, when you try to say your idea to people around you, tell them, hey, comedy can actually bring things to your table. Comedy can actually make you bigger. So they see it as if, no, what are you saying? So thank God, thank Nigerians for the little trust they are giving to comedy today. And they begin to see the likes of Casino, Edo Pikin, Madibas and the rest. So they are making it out of
So Mr. Goodluck, I want you to bring your character to life now.
Okay.
So that the people can see you and know what you can do.
You can just say something. Yes.
Samuyi Ole Morocco. Samuyi Ole Morocco. One of my mama no more Samuyi. Samuyi. That's the character of my mom. Okay. Me, I will just start like this. We'll be looking at my mom. Like, my mom. Samuyi. Me novena you say Samuyi. Samuyi, as this sun shine rich, you carry Morocco from mouth you dey smoke. Samuyi. Your hand where you take the pound Morocco, smell am when I know they smell. Mommy, they smell. They smell. And your mate hand they smell money. You they smell.
So funny.
Thank you.
Yeah. So.
All right. So, what advice do you have for aspiring comedians?
Yeah. My advice is patient. Don't give up. Continue do what you enjoy. See it as something that you're not expecting anything from it. All you want, enjoy what you're doing. So, and read your book, work more, and always show love to people who are close to you.
Most importantly.
Yeah, because love one another. We take you to where your character cannot take you to. Like, your character can take you to where your talent cannot take you to. So when you have the character of love, yes, your helper will locate you. Keep working. Don't give up. That's my strength.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Goodluck, for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Morning Delight. We appreciate your company today.
Yes, we do.
Thank you to having me here. Is Obatokbe.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, moving on, that was our guest, our comedian. We had a nice time interacting with him. Moving on Morning Delight, we go to our next segment, which is Advil. Let's see Advil. Photography is the art of creating images by capturing and recording light, typically using a camera with a digital sensor. Photography can tell a story. It can capture a moment in time, and it can also be an art for documentation of events.
Photography is the art of capturing light. The word photography actually comes from the Greek word photos, which means light, and graphy, which means drawing. So photography actually means drawing with light. So it is the art of drawing or writing with light. Now, when we talk about light, what exactly do we mean by light? we all use light because without light you cannot actually see. The way your eyes work is like a lens. Your eyes actually interpret the light from your environment. So this reflects from the different objects that you see into your eyes. So think of a lens like the eyes. In order to capture this light, first of all, you need to actually be able to see what you're capturing, and then you need to be able to interpret what you're capturing.
Photography is a unique blend of technical skills and artistic vision that allows for both scientific precision and profound emotional expression.
Now let's go into a live photography session. I have with me here Victoria. She's going to act as the model for this shoot. Okay, so we're going to be taking some pictures practically, so we'll see all that I've been explaining right here in the proper studio.
From mastering the technical aspect of light and composition to understanding how to evoke a specific mood. As our world continues to evolve, the role of photography as a tool for communication and documentation and artistic expression only becomes more crucial. All right, that was Artville segment, and we featured photography. Moving on Morning Delight, our next beat on our lineup is Entertainment Gist. Let's see entertainment news for today.
On entertainment, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested Lagos socialite and nightclub owner Mike Eze Nwale Nwogu, popularly known as Pretty Mike, alongside former Big Brother Niger housemate Tuoyoide, and more than 100 other guests during a midnight raid of Prosy nightclub, Victoria Island. The agency, in a statement signed by the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, and posted via social media, alleged that cartons of banned substances, including loud and laughing gas, were recovered from the venue during the operation convened in the early hours of Sunday in October. According to the statement, NDLE operative acting on credible intelligence have infiltrated the club around 11 p.m. on Saturday before swooping in on the gathering about 3 a.m. based on standard operating procedures. However, cartons of illicit substances, including loud and laughing gas, were recovered from the suspect at the party and the club store. On entertainment from the international, Sean Diddy Combs' release date from prison has been set, more than 3 months after a jury delivered a missed verdict in his federal trial. Combs is expected to be released on May 8, 2028, according to public records from the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Combs has been sentenced to 50 months, roughly more than 4 years, by a judge after a 2-month trial ended with him being convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs was acquitted by a jury of the more serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, for which he was facing decades and possibly life imprisonment if convicted. Combs' release date reflects his time already served. He has already served roughly 1 year in jail. He has been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn since his September 2024 arrest. Combs is appealing his conviction and sentence. Combs' defense lawyer recently disclosed that they have approached President Donald Trump's administration about a potential pardon.
Nice entertainment gist we have got there. Now, some events went on during the week. Let's take a look at the highlights.
The Edo State government has issued a one-week ultimatum to Godwin Omobayo to return all government assets in his possession. Omobayo served as a deputy governor of Edo State during Godwin Obaseki's second tenure, following the impeachment of Phyllis Shuaibu in 2024. A statement on Tuesday by Fred Itwa, Chief Press Secretary to Monday Okpebolo, the Edo governor, said Omobayo had ignored repeated requests to hand over official property used during his illegitimate tenure. He added that the items include vehicles, documents, and other state-owned assets. The continued retention of such property by an individual constitutes a breach of public trust and unlawful possession of government assets, the state reads. Mr. Omobayo is hereby given a period of 7 days from the date of his release to comply fully by returning all government property under his custody to the office of the Secretary to the state government. Failure to comply within the stipulated period will compel the government to direct the Commissioner of Police at a state command to effect his arrest and ensure the immediate recovery of all state assets still in his possession during lawful means. The spokesperson reaffirmed his principal's administration's commitment to accountability and discipline in public service. Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka on Tuesday announced that the United States of America has revoked his visa, making his entry into the country impossible for now. Soyinka disclosed this during a media parley at Kogi's Harvest Gallery, Freedom Park, Lagos Island, saying he was unaware of any wrongdoing that could have warranted the revocation. According to the Nobel laureate, it is necessary for him to hold this conference so that the people in the United States who are expecting him for one event or the other do not waste their time. He said, and I quote, "I have no visa and banned, obviously, from the United States. And if you want to see me, you know where to find me," he told journalists. That's on the weekly highlight.
Okay, now, right about now, let's take a look at some sports reels from the week.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria has qualified for the next WAFCON tournament after defeating Benin Republic. The attention will now shift focus on preparation for the Continental Showpiece as they aim to defend their record 11 WAFCON titles and continue building towards qualification of the next Women's World Cup. Ashley Prompter marked a memorable time in Abeokuta as she scored her first ever goal for the Super Falcons, helping Nigerians secure qualification for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations after a 1-1 draw against Benin Republic. Nigeria's 2-0 win in Cotonou during the first leg meant the Super Falcons advanced 3-1 on aggregates, booking their place at next year's WAFCON. On the foreign scene, Argentina's soccer superstar Lionel Messi has said he hopes to play at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, subject to the fact that he is physically fit. In an interview with NBC News America, the 38-year-old hinted at playing in football's biggest competition next year, which will take place next summer across the United States, Mexico, and Canada. "I'm going to assess that on a day-to-day basis when I start the preseason next year with Inter Miami and see if I can really be 100%. If I can be useful to the group, to the national team, and then make a decision," said the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner. "I am really eager because it is the World Cup. We are coming off winning the last World Cup and being able to defend it on the field again. It's spectacular because it's always a dream to play with the national team, especially in official competitions. So hopefully God will allow me to do it again." After qualifying for next year's World Cup during the September international window, Messi told the media that he would wait to make a decision regarding his participation in next year's competition. YouTube golfer Stalker Trump, the granddaughter of U.S. President Donald Trump, is set to make her LPGA Tour debut after receiving a sponsor's invitation to compete in the Anika at the Pelican Golf Club, taking place November 10 to 16 at Pelican Golf Club, USA. Kia Trump is a high school senior in Florida who is committed to playing college golf at the University of Miami in 2026. She has more than 6 million combined followers across social media and recently started an apparel and lifestyle brand aimed at empowering young women in sport.
On that beautiful sporting note, we have come to the end of another exciting time on Morning Delight. I hope you had a nice time on the show. I did. Of course, we did have a nice time on the show.
Nice time.
Yes. Don't forget to join us again, same station, same time next week. Remember, the program Morning Delight comes up every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and a repeat broadcast every Friday at 10 a.m. Don't forget to join us on all our social media handles to get updates on the show. So, till we see you same time, same station next week. My name is John Ime and
I am Praise Audio. See you next time.
Have a nice time. Bye.
Bye.